do-it-yourself from this to this with Kiss.
Hey Royals, it's Miranda Garcia, aka the Money Queen, and today we are going to soak off these bad boys. The reason why I'm soaking these off are because I actually broke one on accident, so I decided let's just do a new full set. So the first thing I do when soaking off my acrylic fingernails is using these finger caps or aluminum foil along with cotton balls and drenching it with a 100% acetone nail polish remover. I then wrap my finger around it and let it sit for 10 minutes, then scraping the top coat off and repeating the process 2 more times, only in under 5 minutes each time. Once the acrylic is completely off my real nail, I then take my gel and my activator. I make sure I have my files, all of the other clippers and necessities needed to shape and complete the final nail, along with my powder acrylic, and then I begin the process. Now when it's time to put on the new set, make sure we are pushing back our cuticles and clipping off the tops of our nails so it fits good inside of the tip well when we put on our first tip to our nail. Go ahead and do this to all 10 of your nails. Once you have all your tips clipped off, you're then going to want to file them down and just make sure there's no hangnails or anything sticking up so your glue can stick down good. Next, make sure to dust off any of the powder or residue left on your nail. You can also use a cleanser like a witch hazel or a alcohol, rubbing alcohol, and dab it on the tops of your nails to get the powders off. Now you'll want to open your glue gel. This is what's going to glue your tips on as well as build the nail up, but make sure you seal it a little bit just so you make sure no air gets to it. Then go ahead and find the correct nail tip for your nail size. This makes it a little bit more easier so it's not as messy when trying to find your tips on your least dominant hand. And it is a little bit more easier when you use your least dominant hand first by gluing on those nail tips to your hand that you don't use as much. Then working your way to your more dominant hand, the one that you use often. Go ahead and do this to all 10 of your nails. Once you find all 10 tips, make sure you find the well of the nail tip and you're going to add your gel glue to the bottom of that nail well, right in there. and then you will connect it to the tip of your actual nail where you trimmed it down, and it should fit in there just like that. Go ahead and count 5 seconds. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi, and your nail should be glued on by then. Then I proceed by adding all 10 tips to the rest of my nails. As I'm gluing on my tips, I'm also adding glue to the top of the tip where it meets my real nail after I have the tip on. This just adds an extra protectant layer for when I file it down and start to add my acrylic. Once I have all 10 tips, I make sure I close up my glue very well so no air gets to it. And then I begin by cutting them to the way I want them, shaping them and filing them down. And I do this to all 10 nails. Once I have all 10 nails cut to the shape that I want them, I then begin to file them. I like to hold it away from me so my eye can see if it's actually straight or crooked, and then I file the top where the tip meets my real nail. And I do this to all 10 of my nails. And these ones are just a bit too long for me still, so I'm gonna cut them down a little bit shorter and refile them again. and I'm weird, so I like some of my nails pointed and some of my nails squared. I'm gonna go ahead and cut some of my tips to a point. That way some are squared and some are pointed. Once I have all my tips to the way I want them, I still keep filing and shaping and filing and shaping until I get them to the right size that I want them. Then I begin to add my actual layers to begin the acrylic process. And the process is not as difficult as it seems in these following photos. I will also post these photos down below where you can download them to your desktop, your smartphone, or print them off at your own will. I'll also explain to you how I like to use this process. Once I have my tips on, I am given the one kit that comes with only the activator and the gel base coat. Basically, this coat is used for the bottom and the top for as the finisher. Now, getting started, you're gonna use the bottom base gel coat and dip your finger into the powder lightly. Taking your finger out, dust all that powder off, and then apply that base gel coat again. Do it, dip again, and then brush all the excess powder off one more time. I like to add another gel coat again and then dip just one last time before I add my activator. Once I add my activator, I wait just a minute to let it sit and just absorb a little bit. Then I file my nails to the desired shape. I file the tops down, I smooth them out, shine them up, and the process is basically done by adding one last top gel coat, and voila! Totally different and totally obsessed, but it's 5:23 a.m., so I'm going to head to bed. Before I go, it's Miranda Garcia, aka the Money Queen. Don't forget to like, share, comment your ideas and advice, subscribe so you don't miss out on how I make these dope-ass designs, and I'll see you guys in my next video, okay? Peace. Mwah.